Hello orienteering friends, welcome at the third stage of Bohemia Orienteering 2025. This is a short distance race, or we call it a sprint. This is a sprint in a forest, so it's it's a little bit more difficult, quite a bit more difficult than the sprint the sprint in the cities that I'm used to. So it was difficult. Also, the difficult part for me was the change in the map scale. As you would expect, this was a 1 to 4,000 scale map with the orienteering key for sprints, so also the usual small parts, not small parts, but the bigger parts were drawn as like a road. So here to first control, I was quite cautious. At first I was trying to read the map correctly and guessing the sizes. Okay, so this is this big rock, it looks like this on the map, etc. So but here when I got on the top of this hill, I quickly started aiming for this like a middle ground between the top rocks on my left and the rocks that are below me. But as you can see, I'm a little bit struggling with reading and running, and now I'm almost closing into the control, but I was like, oh man, here in front of me is this non-runnable forest or something like that, so my control must be really close, and it really was here. So like I was so surprised by it, but there were many runners in before, so I could see these little paths made by the other runners, so that's what helped me, I guess, to locate control 1. Then control number 2, as you can imagine, it was again a little bit easier. Just guess the direction, and I was running for this small non-runnable forest, and there was my control. And now to, I'm always trying to take a bearing, but in this case, in sprints, it's almost not necessary, like here, running around this non-runnable forest, and then, you just roughly guess guess the direction, and there's your control, right? Like in this case, for example. Now to control number 4, I think here I did one of the first mistakes. I could have just run straight, like here across the top. I decided to run around and then along this non-runnable forest through this clearing. I think this was not necessary. I could have ran more straight since the beginning, and I think because of this decision I made the next mistake. Maybe not, but here when I reached the path, I took a bearing, but then again everything was so fast because of the smaller scale that it was very difficult for me to catch it. You know, I was very slow, let's say. So as you can see, even now I'm losing like 15 seconds just by taking a bearing. I could have run. If I would be like more experienced, or I don't know, something, I would guess these rocks more precisely and properly, and then I wouldn't have to even use my compass, I guess. And here I should have kept myself more to the left, which I didn't. Here is my control number 5. That's something I could have memorized or could have guessed, and again I didn't. So I was running to these next rocks. I saw the control there. It looked similar to my control 4, but the number didn't check, so I thought, okay, I must be somewhere else. Then I realized, you know, even the map looks a little bit different than I'm used to, so this is probably somewhat a clearing. So I decided to run back, and you know, the distance between the controls was very short, but you know, that's the beauty of the sprint. It's very short. You have to be quick. And here is my next control. You know, this is my next control, and I didn't, like, in that rush I didn't notice it, and ran past it. Then I realized that it must have been it. So I started turning around, looking around, when I finally realized that the control is behind me. Yeah, so another mistake, you know, like I would say lack of experience maybe, or I don't know. To control number 6 there was a little bit bigger distance. I finally knew which rock is which, so I knew that okay, here I can go, and this is the small hill, and my control will be somewhat behind it, so I was using this sort of guidance. Here I'm passing to the next hill, so I have to keep myself on the left side of the hill, and I should get to some hole, or yeah, maybe a small cliff. I don't know what was it. Control 7, that yeah, again, take a bearing and basically run straight, I think, but let me think, did I made a mistake here? I don't know. Let's see. So firstly I'm running around these rocks on my left, so that's good. Then there is this small valley. Okay, so I'm climbing up because I was probably guessing that, and guessing right, that the control is on the top behind these small cliffs, and yeah, my control is this small depression somewhere. Again, the direction I took was good, and I was able to keep it, so nice. Now control number 8, that completely slipped out of my memory when I finished the race, and I thought that I got disqualified, but here I am, okay. But to control 9, I remember I did a mistake. I haven't taken the bearing properly and ended up too far to the right. So now I'm kind of lost looking for the control. I'm going wrong direction. So now I'm trying to guess which hill is this one. There was a control, but I knew that my control must be on the opposite side. So now I saw it and I'm going to it. But again, another mistake, another 10, 15, 20 seconds, maybe more. Now control number 10. Okay, so just follow this formation and there should be some sort of end of the control should be at the end of this formation of like a hill, and here it is. So yeah, good. Now I remember, now comes another mistake. I'm not sure how I ran, but what happened is that I was not able to properly like evaluate the hills here. I went over this small hill unnecessarily. I could have just run around it, and now I was a little bit puzzled by this rock in front of me, because you can see that there is like it's more of a rectangular shape. So at first I thought it's this one, and then I saw my then I realized that I have to go here to this one because it's more of this shape. And also, as my wife pointed correctly, there is some sort of a forest on top of it, you know, one tree, but it was there. And yeah, so this was another mistake, probably another half a minute, maybe a minute even, which is a lot when you are running sprint. And here, as you can see, another mistake. I'm not sure why I ran this this direction. Maybe I was sort of thrown away. Now this was newly cut, and there was this information at the start, but now I realized, probably realized, that I'm way too off and I have to go to the left. But again, I'm losing time because I'm not precise. And now I even saw the control in the distance. So, but again, another 30 to 60 seconds. So that's a lot. Control number 13. Again, basically take a bearing and run straight, but now I took correct bearing, but I wasn't able to keep that direction. So maybe because of the contours or obstacles or trees, I don't know, maybe I saw this path in front of me, so I simply followed it. So I ended up way to the right of the control here, and well, I corrected myself a little bit, but here I'm basically just trying to find a way to the top of these hills, because I can see that the control will be here on this top, and I can just run along this top and reach control number 13. But obviously I could have been a little bit faster if I would have run more straight since control 12. So now to control number 14. Again, I think I misjudged the scale, and here when I dropped down from this first cliff. I didn't like accounted for that, and I thought that I'm at the, I don't know what was I thinking really. It was so fast for me that I didn't realize that the control is right here on my right side, and I was kind of lost. So I went and checked this control, although I knew that it's not my control. I was quite certain about it. And now, the thing is that I should have gone from control 13. I should have gone to the right and along this ridge, or here I could just look to the right and not go to the left, because here is a clearing, and finally here I stopped and started to think a little bit, because I knew that okay, here I'm too far away. That's too far away. And now maybe I saw the control here, so finally I started running back. Not a big distance, but it all counts in minute after minute, second after second. So I was really doing a lot of mistakes and losing a lot of time, especially in such a short race. You know, this is a race I was aiming for 18 minutes maybe, but as you will see, I did it in 25. And here comes another mistake. Probably I didn't align or oriented my map properly, and I started running in this small valley, but I thought that I'm on this path that is more on my left. So this was sort of parallel mistake, as someone would say. I ran all the way thinking that there must be some bigger path in front of me. Haven't really reached it, and I don't even know, or I don't even remember how I, realized that I need to go to this next rock formation, or on this side that I'm looking at. Somehow I realized that and went that direction and corrected myself, but again, this is like a minute or even minute and a half. As you can see, I'm a bit lost. Maybe I found myself thanks to this clearing. I don't know. Maybe now we are at the narrow right. Why I'm coming to this control, I don't know. It's definitely not my control. But maybe now I identified this rock formation, and I realized that I have to continue a little bit further. But as you can see, I'm unsure. I'm a bit lost and slow. Okay, but I reached control number 15, so it should be good. Now to control 16, just run straight along these formations, along these small hills. But as you can see, still not very sure, and checking map, losing time. I'm not sure why I'm walking. It's a little bit sad to watch, but you know, reading the map and all these stones around it, it's difficult for me, so I wasn't really pushing myself to some, extreme. Now again, I saw that there is this valley, so I decided to run around it, or just slowly start to pass through it. At the end of it, I was basically trying to use it as a guidance where I should cut it to the right. And now I was trying to read all these small cliffs and possible places where my control can be. Looking around, lot of people distracting me. For example, here I knew that this is probably not my control. Must be somewhere on the top, or and I was right, it's right here, but again, very slow. Yeah, we are closing to the finish, so here is a big leg, and it went around the places where I have already been, so it was a bit easier for me. I decided to go around this non-runnable forest through this sort of a valley, and then cut it through the, how you say that, like a semi-runnable forest, and get to those rocks where I have already been, and then they should guide me, so that worked. Here I'm just correcting my direction, it seems. I was also trying to get off this non-runnable forest or semi-runnable forest. I like running more than walking, so I was aiming for that. I'm not sure why I'm walking, I should be running. Okay, now maybe because the forest was not runnable. Okay. Now which way I go? Okay, I'm going this way, that's nice. So I think a good choice here, but why am I not running? Maybe I was unsure, maybe, guess. As you can see, freshly cut, so again, not so runnable. And I don't know, it seems to me that I wasn't very sure about myself, so going very slowly. And control number 19, it seems that, to me it seemed like a easy choice, just get close to this vegetation boundary where you have runnable and non-runnable forest, so I was aiming for that, and just follow it to find control number 19. Again, it wasn't at times it wasn't really runnable. Here the path was already made by the runners running in before me, so it was easy to get to the control 19, and then control 20 I just took the bearing and passed through this small valley to the next rock formations, clicked the control without not much hesitation, I think, this time. Maybe thanks to the other runners, maybe I was feeling more confident this time, not sure. and then straight to the finish. So this short sprint races are very tricky, at least in the forest, and I'm not really good at them, as you saw. But the forest itself and the race itself, it was really nice, like technical, and like I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was tough, but I haven't had much time to think about it. To think about how much I screwed up. So yeah, only in the finish I realized how bad I was. Well, see you at the next video recording from this Bohemia Orienteering. Bye.
Jetzt macht's.